to help get him on the ground.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Herbert off of play action. Drops it off for Hillman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 38, Herbert. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. It's a give for Hillman running right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his target here, Moncrief. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Colts nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run with Hillman here to begin the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. It's caught by Moncrief. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Blankenship out to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. And in the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, it's Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
On the draw is Taylor. Fights loose. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot on the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. This is Reese on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This complete to Langford. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Hillman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. They'll look to throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, it's Herbert. Being chased out left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Second and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Coca
19. Again, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Indy. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Down to the 25. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Chargers 31, Colts 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing quickly, and this is caught by Moncrief. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They run from the pistol with Hillman. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jacob Harris.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 38, Colts 24. Sterling Hoffrichter.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
the offense at the line and set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second and 6.
Come on now. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 45, Mike, 45.
Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Chargers 38, Colts 31.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. This is Hillman on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5. Herbert now. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that 19 right.
He'll look to throw. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Kenneth Murray able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Night, sweetheart.
2nd and 11. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 19 tight. Mike 56. Mike 56. And what's delayed?
He'll drop to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Blankenship's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Going deep for Moncrief. And that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to run some clock with Hillman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 48, Colts 34. Sterling Hoffrichter is set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw again. Catch made here by Campbell.
A gain of 9 yards. The That's good for a Colts.
56.
First down.
56, right there, 56.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. And come on out here. Come get some.
Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
A desperation heave for the end zone.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with... Such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down, Chargers.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.